Hello again, life changers. I'm going to be coming from the book of Psalms 119, starting at verse 97 through 104. Oh my God, you're talking about rich. It is rich. It is awesome. Oh, I just love the word of God, and the title says, I love the word of God. Oh, I hope you love it because it is rich. It's so rich. And it goes on, it says, oh, how I love the treasures, the revelation of your word. How I love the treasure, the revelation of your word. The word is looked upon as treasures. How about that? Throughout the day, I fill my heart with its light. So the psalmist is saying throughout the day, my heart is just filled with light because I'm getting that treasure. I'm getting that revelation, that word, okay? By considering your commands, I have an edge over my enemies. Whoa, that word is so powerful that even though the psalmist says, you know what, I got enemies, but because of the word of God, I got the edge. I got the upper hand, all right, because I got the revelation, knowledge, and power. So I got the upper hand over my enemies. For I take seriously everything that you say. So what the psalmist is saying is, you know what? I don't take it lightly. I don't take the word lightly. I know that it is so. Amen. I know God cannot lie. Whatever he says, what he said he's going to do, he will do exactly what he says he's going to do. All right. And then he says, you have given me more understanding than those who teach me. Whoa. Hey, now, see, that's what I call study yourself proved unto God and not man. Then that's when you really, truly are walking really close to God because your knowledge of who He is and provisions that are provided, they become a part of you because you are enlightened. He's talking about the psalmist is talking about that revelation. He's talking about that light that illuminates your understanding. And not only do you give spiritual birth to it, but you get to walk in it. All right? It's a transforming word he's talking about here. All right? And then it says, and then he says, for I've absorbed your eye opening revelation. So that means that he is taking it in. He's just like a sponge. You know what I'm saying? He's just like a sponge. He's just soaked in the word. He's just bathed down in the word. It's good to him, okay? All right. You have graced me with more insight than the old sages, because I have not failed to walk in the light of your ways. You know what? So, what he's saying is, all that revelation, that knowledge, and that power, everything that you have spoken, everything that you have revealed, I have tried it for myself and I know that it's true. Okay? Even the old age of knowledge that the older folks might have gotten. You know what? I've got that and then some, okay? Because the revelation knowledge has been given and I've been walking in that thing. I refuse to bend by moral when temptations is before me. He said, I refuse. I'm not going to fail and walk uh, not in your way. And I refuse to bow down to the morals when temptation was before me, meaning that sinful stuff that might have shown itself uh, trying to engrap his soul or her soul, if you will, because it could be a female that I'm talking to, whomever. However it is, the psalmist says, you know what? I'm not bowing down to any of that. All right? So that I could become obedient to your word. So what he's talking about is, you know what? I know your word. So I had to make a choice. Okay. I had to make a choice that says, you know what? I'm not going to falter. I'm not going to deal with immorality, and I'm not going to put myself in a position that's going to take me and put me in a place that's not pleasing to God. I'm going to stay focused. I'm going to walk in that word. I'm going to walk in the power of that word. I'm not willing to bow down and worship sin. That's what he's talking about. I'm not going to worship that sin. I came from sin, but you know what? I'm liberated now, and I know the word is true. All right? All right. I refuse to turn away from difficult truths. For you yourself, talking about the Lord, have taught me to love your words. All right? So he said, you know what? I know the times get difficult. They get really hard. But you know what? I'm not going to turn because I'm in a difficult situation. I'm going to stay true to your word. I'm going to take a hold to your word because you have taught me by your word through difficult times as well. So the word is working in difficult times. The word is working when I'm having temptation. The word is working whether I'm up, down, crazy, turn around. The word is still the word of God. And the psalmist is saying, I found it to be true, and I'm going to stay with it. All right. And he said, but you have taught me to love your words. You know what? He said, I'm standing by the word, but you know what? I just love the word. How about that? How sweet are your living promises to me? Oh my goodness. He said, you know what? Those promises, they are sweet. They are real. That word has become flesh. I'm just loving it. Okay? Sweeter than honey in your revelation light. He said that word is sweeter than honey. That revelation and light is sweeter than honey. That's how good it's gotten. All right? For your truth is the source of my understanding, not the falsehood of those who don't know you. He said, the ones that don't know you, he said, they live in a lie. They just straight live in a lie. He said, which I despise. Okay? So he's saying here, he said, your word, your truth becomes the source of my understanding. Okay? I'm going to follow that word, and then those that don't know you, he said they live in a falsehood life. And he even despised them. Isn't that something? He despised those that are not living at the same level that he's living, in conjunction of knowing the word of God and knowing the promises and standing through all adversity and standing on the word of God and watching it come to fruition. That's what the psalmist is saying. Listen, I hope that you have been blessed for the hearing and the reading and the explanation of the word, okay? And that was Psalms 119 and verse 97 all the way down through 104, because it's a rich word, okay? It's a rich, powerful, awesome word. Listen, bye-bye, and I'll be talking to you the next time.